Started.
Sure.
All right.
So first of all, thank you. I'm excited. I've actually been a little bit all over the place today. Like, what do I share? Because there's so many like little bits and pieces of content that I feel would be helpful. Obviously, we're talking about recruiting. So just to give you guys a little introduction and background on me, my name is Tonya Lewis, and I've been coaching for just over 8 years. So it's been a long time. I've seen a lot of ups and downs with the business. I've had a lot of ups and downs in my own business. The things that I guess the way that we go about things has changed, but the concept of how we do it and how we continue to recruit, or how I at least continue to recruit in a pretty structured way, I guess, is that's always remained the same. So even though social media can change, um, as long as you're continuing, it's like the compound effect of the talking to people and adding people to your network. So I feel like a lot of the stuff I'm going to share with you guys is like not anything that's like brand new information. I like to share what is working for me at the time, trainings that I'm going through at the time that I share with my team. I want to just kind of give you guys that same information so you can try to implement it yourself. So just to give you an example of like my first 5 years of coaching, I was extremely part-time. I was working full-time for Washington State. So I really only had my 15-minute breaks and an hour lunch break to implement business tasks, I guess, which for me was mostly inviting. And obviously that's the backbone of our business, right? Is inviting people. So for me, I would do it on my 15-minute break and my lunch break. My first 5 years, when I sat down, when I finally retired from my state job and I looked at what my total number of personally sponsored coaches was, I can't remember exactly, but I think it was like 37. 37 coaches, you guys, in 5 years. That is such slow growth. So I was recruiting like one coach a month, or then I'd skip a few months and recruit a coach. So I was not very consistent with recruiting, but I continued as much as I could. I did the work as I could. So I thought tonight I would share with you guys, depending on where your recruiting goals are, I want you to set a recruiting goal. I don't know, Catherine, if you guys have them set those types of goals for the actual number of recruits, because then you can actually go through and like reverse engineer it and see where you need to be. So like my 2018 goal is to recruit 300 personally sponsored coaches. That's a huge, scary goal for me. When I started like this 5-step system, and this isn't anything that's like I said, it's not going to be brand new information. You guys have heard of kind of this cycle of how to do it. I think the key is talking to more people if you have a higher goal like that, and not ever skipping a month. You have to be consistently doing this. So when I first started the 5-step process and teaching my team, I went from recruiting, let's say, one coach every month. It was very, very slow, to recruiting like 47 coaches the year that I started doing this. So that was big. That was a big jump. And then of course, when, things taper off, you get bored, or life gets in the way. And so things kind of taper off. And for me, it wasn't that really anything life-wise got in the way. I just shifted my focus and started working on my book. And that took a lot. Like, it was a blessing on one hand that Beachbody had grown to a certain point to where I was able to kind of float on the success that I had built initially. And I was still getting paid every month, but I just took almost a whole, 8 months break from recruiting and doing these little challenges that I'm going to be sharing with you guys in the process, to work on my book. And then as soon as I hit publish on it, I was like, okay, I'm going back in. I'm full force in. I want to recruit 300 people in the year 2018. So I'm prepping for that right now. So what we're doing, and I figured I'd just show you guys like what I'm doing right now in our training. So hopefully you guys can take a few nuggets from this. Basically, if I might be able to screen share. And you know what I think I'll do first is show you guys, let me see if I can move this little guy. I don't know if you guys can see that thing moving around, but I'm just getting it out of the way. So I wanted to share this with you guys. I don't know how long y'all have been coaches or how many people you've sponsored on your team, but with having done this for so long and sponsoring over 100 people, I have not ever sponsored 300 people in 1 year. I think the 47 was the most I had ever done in a 12-month period. This was a post from, who did this? I'm just going to read this to you guys because it really kind of hit home with me because I've been doing this for so long. So Chelsea Pearson, she posted this in the 5-star wall. So I'll just go through it, and I think no matter if you're a new coach, old coach, right in the middle, it's still going to resonate with you a little bit. So become a coach, pursue your dreams. Let me actually look at, I wanted to actually pull that up, but whatever. I guess that's just the way I have to look at it. So become a coach, pursue your goals and your dreams, remove limits and fear and boundaries, and think about who you want to help, who you want to become, and what life would look like to you if it was lived totally by design. So let's say you have to spend 3 years working your coaching business consistently. Or what if I said 5 years or 10? I loved that part because it was 5 years for me before I could even retire from my job. Most careers are 20 to 30 years, and flexibility, freedom, creativity, authenticity, and growth potential are fixed. Anyway, your task would be to personally sponsor 300 coaches onto your team and lead, motivate, train, and inspire them. Here's the catch. 150 will quit right off the bat. They will literally sign up and you will never hear from them again. It's so very familiar for me. 95 will dabble around in the business and won't do much. They like a lot of things and they talk about what they're going to do, and that's about it. 50 will work it but consume you with their drama and excuses. And only 5 will run. Full on Mach 10, they see the vision, believe in themselves, believe in the product, believe in the company, never make an excuse, own where they stand, have drive, determination, and are self-motivated. They want it. So take note. You will have an array of emotion during this time. You will be wondering if you have any business in this business. You will question yourself every single time one of the 150 quit. You will doubt yourself, and if you aren't careful, you will end up defeated and quit yourself. You will be sad, confused, angry, happy, and on cloud 9, and at times you will feel all of those emotions on the same day. Yes, ma'am, I have felt all of those in the same day. You will believe in all 300 of these people with all of your heart because, after all, anyone can be successful in this business. You'll even believe the talk of the 95, but soon, hopefully sooner than later, you'll realize that actions speak louder than words. You will be a coach, motivator, leader, their main and sometimes only source of inspiration. These 95 will burn you out and make you wonder what the heck you signed up for. You will have to make sure they understand how to build their business, be positive, praise them when they deserve it, but you will at some point have to step away from them because they will drain the life right out of you. You cannot motivate them enough to get them to act, and even though you want to, you cannot want it for them more than they do. You will get caught up in drama and negativity if you are not careful. It happens, you're human, but you have to consciously keep from getting into conversations that waste time and lead to nowhere fast. The 50 will absolutely take you down if you're not careful. They are tricky, these 50, because they are working their business to an extent, but they spend most of their time looking at what everyone else is doing, comparing themselves, and getting consumed with idle chat. Then there were 5. Oh, the 5. That's basically what I have right now, you guys, is the 5 in my 100-ish that I've recruited. I have 5 people, if that, maybe 3. So these fine folks will be a breath of fresh air. You will totally be all smiles on Easy Street because they're self-sufficient, self-motivated, and most of the time you will be able to learn from them. They're positive, they're eager to learn, they have desire to help others. They will only contact you with questions that when you answer them, they will only launch them into an even more in-depth approach to their business. They get it, they see it, they have a why that won't quit, they have drive, they have determination, they strive to be better, they can't get enough of personal development. These are the type of people that you want to have a race with to the top. And if they were to beat you there, you would gladly shout their success from the rooftops. Stick with it, and this business will be the best decision that you have ever made in your life. The reward is so great. The freedom of time you will gain, the friendships you will make, the lives you will change, and how you grow as a person will be priceless. You will be living a life you had only once dreamed of. So then after all of that, repeat. Would you do it? You guys gonna do it? 300 coaches. Okay. So let's have that goal in mind. If that's where your goals are for your business, 300 coaches, just to see 150 of them quit, and then get down to your 5 who might be interested in continuing and seeing the vision like you do. Okay, I know that was kind of weird for me just to read it, but there's no way I was going to memorize that. But I thought it was really important. So in her little picture with it, you got to stop watering dead plants. And that was huge for me, you guys, in my business through all these years, because I would do this where I would recruit like some really killer coaches and like, oh my gosh, they're going to do so awesome. And then I would stop recruiting because I would shift my time and start working, or like I went into like management mode with those coaches that I thought were going to be so kick-ass at this business. And you can't motivate them. You can be there for them, be their coach, be their inspiration and their mentor, but you can't do the work for them. So I wanted to start with that. I thought that'd be kind of a good lead into first have that mindset of not ever being attached to the outcome of one conversation. I can't tell you how many times my coaches have said to me like, well, I've got this one girl that I'm working with, like she's really excited to sign up. And I'm like, whoa, halt, stop. Like you've got one person that you're working with that might sign up as a coach. I want to hear that you have 100 people that you are working with that might sign up as a coach, or that are prospects, that you're moving through your funnel, moving through this 5-step system. Because if you have one person that you're speaking to, and that one person might become a coach, what if they never do anything? Your business is going to be really, really slow growing if you kind of have that mindset of like, I talk to a few people a week. It needs to be hundreds of people a week, basically, if you have big recruiting goals. Not everybody has big, huge recruiting goals. So I am speaking to you guys on this call tonight in regards to recruiting. So I'm setting the bar high for all of you, hoping that you are setting the bar high for yourself and for your business, since that's our topic. So let me close out of there. I think I can close completely out of Facebook. So the slides I'm going to show you guys how to recruit like a rock star. The slides are a little bit older, but they're still relevant because I still use the same system. This is still from the very beginning how I have worked my business. The difference in recruits when I first started versus what I do now is really based on how many people I'm talking to. So I think I actually might be able to screen share with my phone. Maybe I might need to do a new share and do this. Okay, bear with me a second. All right, can you guys see my phone?
Yeah.
Okay. So I am in a training group right now called The Art of Recruiting with Josh. Mm-hmm. Have you seen this?
I did his back in January, but I do know that he changed it since then. He didn't have his app before.
Okay, so this is the app, and I wanted to show you guys kind of like what we're doing, and then I'll show you where I'm getting my connections from, because I think sometimes those, you can sit and listen to a training, but then you read the training and you think, well, then where am I supposed to find all these people? So I hope this helps a little bit. I have not logged my day today, so I will pull it up and show you like what we're supposed to be doing. And every day, where did I already log it? I'm so confused. Oh, we're on week 3, so maybe that's okay. So we have to log this every single day, whether or not we did the workout, Shakeology, yes, do a health and fitness post. So when I go through my slides, you'll see that I think I said that we were posting like 4 times a day, but Facebook always changes. So like right now, Josh is having us post twice a day, plus some free posts if we want to fill. But like today was health and fitness post and a lifestyle post, which I still have to do at like 7 my time. It's only 5 here. 20 or more new conversations, which I'll show you guys where I'm finding those people. So I'm sending 20 friend requests every single day. And that's where I felt like there was maybe a disconnect in my business personally, is that I had built my Facebook page to like almost 5,000 friends over a series, of time over the years. And then I kind of stopped adding people because I was like, I have so many people on here. But then what happened over the last year or two is that the same people were seeing my posts every single day. My engagement kind of went down because people that like cared about what I was doing a year ago do not care about what I'm doing anymore. They've moved on. They join other businesses that are more suited to them, whether they be like jewelry businesses or whatever. Facial, makeup, whatever. There's so many now. You guys, there's so many types of businesses that people are interested in. But you don't want to completely discount them because they could very well still want to join a challenge. The key is getting more and more connections. So don't stop adding. And if you need to go through your friends list, I love TeamZ for that because I can just pull up the connections and go through and start checking to see who I'm friends with. And I can delete because a lot of those guys have been on there for a long time and I don't know who half of them are anymore. So then track your convos and invites, and I'll show you guys kind of how I do it. I do use TeamZ, but I use pen and paper first. Expanding your network is adding the friend request. So the conversations, I'm basically sending a friend request and starting a conversation at the same time. And then do your personal development and your affirmations. So this is pretty much every single day. So we're doing 20 new conversations and 10 invites every single day, Monday through Friday. Actually, Monday through Thursday. Let me look at Friday because I think Friday is our follow-up day. And we're doing 40 follow-ups on that day. So progress pick, 10 or more invites, and then 40 follow-ups. So if you guys there's no reason that you need to have an app to do this. Yes, it definitely keeps you accountable. This is a paid training that we're doing. So the app, of course, it wasn't free to get in here and have this. It's nice, but once you get on a kind of a routine with it and do it, there's no reason why you couldn't have your whole team doing this and just making sure like doing it in a Facebook group and having like the little polls, you know how you can make the polls on those Facebook pages? Do something like that where you're like, did you send out your 20 invites today, and have them just mark yes or no. Or 20 ads, 10 invites, whatever. So I'll get out of here and I'll show you guys. So my like page, I spent over the last couple of years, I would do ads to just get people over to my page. So this is my like page, which I guess I could show you just on the computer. It's kind of weird looking at it on my phone. But I use my phone for this specific part where I'm sending out, like today, these were my 20 invites or 20 new conversations. So basically what I'm doing is writing down with pen and paper first the people that I'm sending a message to and a friend request to. And then when I do my follow-ups, those that have responded to the friend request or they have responded to my message, I'm adding them to TeamZ. So when I go through these guys, if you go to their page again and you notice that you're able to add them as a friend again, then they obviously declined your friend request if you're able to send one again. So then I would cross them off my list and just not add them to TeamZ because that would be kind of pointless. So where am I finding guys? I don't know how you can see likes on your page. If anybody knows this and I'm going about it the wrong way, let me know. But basically what I had to do was have my mother-in-law, this one right here, it says Deba Lewis accepted your invite. So I had to have her go to my page, unlike, and then I could send her an invitation because I needed to have this notification pop up in order for me, when I click on that, it brings up all my likes. And there's 10,500 of them as of now. So basically this is how I've been contacting with 20 people a day. And I'm just sending them, first of all, so she's already accepted, it looks like. But what I'm doing before I'm sending a friend request is kind of like just scouting the page a little bit. I want to make sure, I want to see if they have any mutual friends. I want to see if it looks like they're already a Beachbody coach, all that kind of stuff. So I scout it a little bit. One thing you can do is click on the message button and it will show you what groups, like at the very top there where it says works at Edward Jones. Sometimes if they're part of Beachbody, it'll say like, this person is in the Beachbody Champions page. And then you would assume that they're a coach. So I then would not send a message to that person. So she already responded to the friend request and was messaging with me. So my first message, as you can see there, was just, thank you so much for liking my health and wellness lifestyle page, Simple Designer Life. Are you into health and fitness as well? Or is there anything that you struggle with when it comes to your fitness and nutrition? So I'm just reaching out. She already knows who I am because she liked my page at one point. So those connections are super easy. And because there's so many of them, I'll be able to send out my 20 a day for a while. Those who don't have, let me see if I can stop. I think that's all I needed to show you on my phone. I just wanted to show you like where I'm getting those people from. Those who don't have a giant like page or tons of people that you can connect with that way. One method I used to teach my team, we called it the bucket list, and we would make a list of 5 things that you are interesting to you, hobbies, places that you want to see, like do you like surfing? Do you like, do you want to go to Hawaii? Whatever. So you just make a list of 5 things that you want to see or do, or things that you just like doing. And then start reaching out to people from those pages, like find those like-minded people. I thought I had a door knocker here. So get involved with groups like that. And then you can start, it takes longer because obviously for me to be able to send a message to those people that already liked my page, I'm able to go right into like, are you involved in health and fitness as well? It's a really simple conversation leading into that. And then the invite is also simple. I don't go right into it. I make sure, I'm looking at who's accepted my friend request. I'm going to their page and I'm liking stuff. My follow-up is thank you so much for accepting my friend request, and it's very simple and just to the point that way. And then I wait and I like some of their stuff. And then I go back and say, hey, I don't know if you'd be interested, but I do have another challenge coming up, or I have a free challenge starting on such and such date. And that's my invite for the day. But I do wait and make sure that I'm kind of connecting with them before I send that invite. So if you guys are doing bucket list stuff and connecting with people that way, send a friend request and start the conversation like Maltese. I have a little Maltese. So I'm in a couple of Maltese forums and I'll send friend requests and then we'll talk about our dogs for a minute. And then I lead into, what do you do for work? And then, oh yeah, I'm in health and fitness. And I kind of will leave it there. I don't go into much. I like their stuff. I build that relationship and then I go back in. So it might take a week or 2 before I'm actually sending out an invite to those people. Whereas on my like page, I can send it out a lot quicker because they already know what I do and it's like no secret. It's an easier conversation, but that's just one way if you guys don't have a like page that you can be going about those invites. Okay. So, like I said, these slides are a little bit older. I want to show you guys that you have access to this if you want, and you can feel free to share it with your team. So if you just go, my website is tonyalewis.com. Make sure you spell it right, Tonya. And this is kind of what you would see here. The training tab is the CN training portal. If you click on that, you can access this anytime. You can send it to your coaches. This is where I send my coaches. When you click on the CN training portal, it does have a password and it's Coachery Network, just as you see here, Coachery Network, but it's capital C and capital N. One of my old assistants set that up. I wish it was all lowercase, but I don't know how to change it. So password to the CN training portal is Coachery Network with a capital C and a capital N. So you're welcome to send your coaches here, and you're also welcome to take this stuff. Like this is my coach basics, and I just put it into Evernote just to make it easier. But it's all from the back office, but you could literally just take and copy and paste this into your own Evernote, make it super simple to train your coaches. So I run these every month with mine, or they can do it self-paced. So that's just an extra little bonus there. The 5-step recruiting system, this is a long YouTube video from when we first started doing this training. So you're basically learning the same stuff that tonight that I'm teaching you is the same stuff in this video. So there's really no need to go in and watch that. But if you wanted other people to watch it, then it's available. And also with each step of the training and the slides I'm going to show you tonight, there's basically a video down here. There's 10 videos for how to do certain parts of that. So like you'll see I have like my free ebooks that I use in my free challenges. So all of this stuff is available here if you guys wanted to go in and watch additional videos to see how I did certain pieces of setting up kind of this little funnel. So there's that, and I'll just move into how the 5-step system works. So it's basically running the free challenge, running a paid challenge, recruiting, but before you even get to the paid challenge. So I'll get more into that. Training those people, and then repeat. So I have my, basically for the whole year. So like an action step for you guys tonight could be to set up 2018. Not that I want you to just not do anything for the rest of this year, but if you set yourself up, just as an example, I'll go through the rest of my year because I schedule it out. So like October 9th is my next free group. My next paid group is on October 30th, November 6th. So it's the first Monday of every month that I have a free group that I run for 5 days. And then towards the end of the month, and it just depends, like December, the last Monday is Christmas. So I'm going to push it out, of course, in January. Bless you. So be scheduling. And as long as you guys have it scheduled out, like this system will not fail you if you schedule it out for the entire year and make sure that you're there. And you're going to have some of your free challenges where there's like no engagement. You're going to pop 50 new people in there and nobody's going to say a word. That's what is getting discouraging. You know, for a lot of people are like, well, I don't want to run more free challenges because nobody liked the last one. Nobody commented, nobody liked, whatever. Change your mindset and just tell yourself, like, this is what I'm going to do to become successful at recruiting is I'm going to continue running these free challenges and getting my new co-hosts, I call them the co-hosts, that you're going to pop into your paid challenges. So I don't know that I need to talk about how to run the free challenge. Do you guys all run free challenges? Or Catherine, do you think I need to touch on that at all?
We've been talking about free challenges quite a bit, so I think we're probably good there.
Okay. So, and the branding, like I said, these slides are a little bit older. So I went into all of this, like how to set up your Facebook like page, how to brand yourself. Basically, I think the most important part, and this documents in there, you guys, if you want to take a look at all of this stuff. But a lot of it was leading up to how to set up your free challenge and how to run it. This is one thing, if you guys, the Facebook URL, I always change mine using tinyurl.com. So it's just cleaner. So instead of having like the Facebook groups with that giant number, I just make mine in tinyurl. So it's like tinyurl.com/7dayeatclean. I just think it looks better when you're sending it to people. It looks more professional. So the first thing that people see when they are added to my free challenge, and now my book has changed because I actually have the paperback version of my book. I still have my free ebook, so people can still join using the free ebooks, but then I recommend, hey, if you guys want to follow along, here's this 140-page paperback. But these are super, super simple. I think this one, I had a little note here that I actually had somebody else do this. It was created on Elance. So like I put all this stuff together, but then I sent it off to somebody to make it look like this. But you guys can do this now in Canva. Like it's really easy. So if you don't have ebooks that you can give away for free, go to Canva, do a like a letterhead one, and then just make a really simple PDF. It doesn't even have to be like a full ebook. Just make a PDF with recipes that you're basically sharing in every group. So you're not constantly trying to figure out like how to start the group. Oh shoot, we've got like 7 minutes left, it says. Okay. So let's move on then. Basically what I do when so I run the 5-day group, or 7-day is what I had on here, but it says, so I start that relationship, of course, you guys know this, like end with a question, you know, do you tend to eat clean for the most part, or will this be totally new for you? Really work with them one-on-one during that free group so you can get to know them, you know, get them to like you, trust you, all that stuff. So then when you do go in, give. Yeah, okay. So leading into your paid challenge. So every single free group that I run, I then say, okay, because I have the next one scheduled, right? So then I go into that and say, you know, I'll post about it a little bit in the group as we're doing the 7-day challenge. And then I'll follow up with every single person and say, did you see the information I posted about the 21-day fitness challenge coming up, or 30-day, or whatever we're doing? Would love to have you continue with us. Do you want me to send you more information? And a lot of times, yes, they do. So of course, that's where you're going to get the objections when they find out how much it is. But basically, I invite every single person to be a co-host in my next challenge. And I say, you'll be doing a challenge pack just like you would, whether you were signing up as a coach or not, but being a coach and co-hosting this with me is going to save you 25% on ongoing purchases. Plus, if you invite 3 people, just 3 friends to join us, your pack will be paid for. So I really kind of emphasize that. Like, if you just have 3 people join us, you're going to be co-hosting with us and helping run the challenge, which really just means just sharing, like, that you did your workout for the day. I try to keep it pretty simple for the new coaches. But that's how I recruited the 47 coaches in that 1 year when I started doing this. Is I led every free challenger into a paid challenge as a co-host. And of course, not everybody will join, but this is examples of my monthly call to action posts. And of course, again, Facebook has changed. Things change a little bit, so the engagement's going to be up and down on this. But basically, 5 days prior to the free challenge, I'm posting some kind of a call to action, like there's a free challenge, comment below if you're interested in joining. But I'm also still sending out those 20 connects for the day and inviting those guys as well. So I'm not just hoping and wishing that people comment on my pictures. A month prior to the paid challenge, basically, I still say this on all of my stuff. You don't have to be at your goal weight or a fitness expert. You just have to be willing to do the workout and inspire others in the group. And I do require phone interviews. I love to get on the phone with these guys and just explain, like, this is so simple. This is what you get in the challenge pack. And then I, of course, always push it back to them, like something that they said, like, I just really want to lose this 10 pounds or whatever. So I go back to that and say, I know you really want to get that 10 pounds off. I promise this will help you. Plus, it's going to save you the 25%. And I just go over, it's a quick 10 to 15 minute phone call that I just, will do with every single person. And they always love it too. They always say, I feel so much better after talking to you on the phone. So I think that's key for recruiting that many people for me personally. And then also, this one is a little bit older because I was talking about the Platinum Presenters webinars. I don't know that they do those anymore on Tuesdays. They used to do it every single Tuesday. And I would have at least a couple people every single week that I would invite to those calls. And now, of course, we do our own like sneak peeks and stuff. So once a month, we're doing sneak peeks. So if you guys are if you have bigger recruit goals, I would be doing that once weekly sneak peeks, because that's how I first started recruiting, was based on the Platinum Presenters webinars that they held every single week. I always made sure to have people on there. So
we have them every other Monday right now.
Okay, awesome. And that's perfect, I think. That actually was a played conversation. You could hit play on it, but this is just PDF, so I can't show you. But basically what I just said, you just go through, ask them, form them again on the phone, even if you've already talked to them in back and forth on emails. Just make sure that you're talking to them about their family, what they're doing, all that stuff, and just, get their goals and whatever out there so you can really give them the rundown of how this is going to help them. And then again, schedule. Look, see, these slides are from 2015. This is like right when we first started doing this. So again, here's mine. Every first Monday, start the challenge those are free challenges now. So that's even changed. So I apologize, you guys, that my slides are a little bit off, but it looks like we have less than a minute and we got to the end. So I make sure, like, this was one of my co-host groups that I had just taken the screenshot of. That was 1 month of recruits, you guys, of doing this. And then they all popped into an actual challenge, like a 30-day challenge with a challenge pack. And going back to stop watering dead plants, looking at these faces here, I don't think there's any of these coaches left on my team. They all started as coaches and co-hosts, and they did awesome. So many of them did awesome. And I actually think that there's a few that are still coaches, but they just don't work the business. So going back to that and like just being in the mindset of you want all these people to succeed, but you can't make them do anything. So you can just be that continued source of motivation and inspiration, and show them that you are still doing this. When people come to your page in 5 years, they're going to see, holy crap, she's still doing this. And I think that's really key. And then it might take 5 years for people to come around and say, you're still doing that. So now I'm ready. It's been 5 years. Now I'm ready. So don't give up on people, but also don't chase people that aren't willing to work with you. So I hope that's helpful. I think that's all I have. And we have less than a minute, it looks like. So
that was awesome. If anyone has any questions, if you just want to post them in the event, that way Tonya can answer them since we do have such little time left. But that was so good. Could you post your slides too?
Yeah. Yep. I'll post the PDF there.
Perfect. Thank you.
And the passwords and stuff. I'll post the passwords and all that. So if you guys want to use that system with the training, you're welcome to send it to your coaches and whatever.
Okay, great. Thank you so much. That was really good.
Yeah. Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it.
Of course. All right.